Welcome to the Thomas Playbook. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much for making it all the way to Season 3. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, please refer back to Season 1 and Season 2. So basically, I started this podcast a couple of years ago when I got retrenched due to COVID-19. I had a bit of time on my hands and I decided, let me just record my experiences and talk to other people that had been affected by COVID-19. Now, these people could have lost their jobs, family members, livelihoods, money's gone, cars, all that sort of stuff. And it quickly evolved then into talking to other fathers, as I'm a father of 2 young boys, 5 and 3, and to see how they were surviving COVID-19. So it's challenging enough to lose your income as a father. And then you have to deal with everything else that comes with it, whether it's emotionally, mentally, physically, and otherwise. So we started forming this little community, and now we're all the way to Season 3, and we keep continuing.
You asked me a question like, what is fatherhood?
Oh, yes.
And I just want you to answer the question because I got stumped a little bit,
Yeah.
Thinking about it. Do you want to...
Well, I think I asked you, what is manhood?
Manhood, yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, you got stumped by that?
I was stumped by that. I had too many answers that were contradictory.
So you want to clarify your answer or you want me to answer?
I want you to just give me your view of what manhood is.
Yeah. Yo, Otam, when this question comes up, because I put the question there generally because of everything that's been happening in society around what they think manhood should be. And by term is ning, it's toxic, it's this, it's that. My view is that I embrace it. I am a man. I am a male. I have certain attributes that differentiate me from my wife. I am stronger than my wife physically. I can protect her. I can look after her. I'm raising 2 boys. So those are virtues that I need them to understand. That's what they've been blessed with. It's not something that they should run away from. Looking after your family, leading your family is not a bad thing. And causing harm to other people because you're a man is a bad thing. But being able to protect and look after my family and saying, I'm more than happy to make the most money, to look after the family, to be that person. So ultimately for me, it's embracing and understanding who you are as a person and living up to your higher self.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, I got you. For me, I was just thinking, Oguti, on a broader spectrum, I do understand that family comes first. Like you were saying, people can say about you but interpret it wrong. For me, I totally agree with you, is people need to be comfortable around you as a man.
Yeah.
All those characteristics and all those benefits that come with the man, you understand, like the physical strength, and everything else that comes with the man, that is positive.
Yeah.
You understand? People need to leverage that.
Yeah.
However, for me, I still don't understand, man, the manhood part, because obviously bas dwebile, bas plaga, batisia beta as a madoda, but that's just the negative parts. Women have got that issue too, where there's flaws about them.
Human beings have flaws.
Yeah, but I don't know, the manhood, the essence of manhood.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what I was saying. I don't think there's one essence. Yeah, but that's what I always in Chilli, this whole podcast was you want your kids to be independent.
Yeah.
I want my children to think for themselves.
Yes.
To decide on who they are or understand who they are and live up to that. Young Frostan.
Yeah.
So, reason why we have the podcast is that not all of us raise our children the same way. So I'm curious to say, how do you do it? How does the other guy do it? How is it different? Are there things I can learn? Are there things I can unlearn? Angit.
Yeah.
Because remember, the children also, like you're saying, are raised by society. My kids, baseskela manje.
Yeah.
Angit, mabasuga da bazoya gupi, then baya gupi. It's
Then
a community.
Yeah.
Meaning that in that community, I have to play my part. You have to play your part. If everyone plays their part, then our kids are raised in a much better scenario.
Okay.
The issue is that we don't play our part. Imagine me in this house, if I was a shitty father. I'm angry because I podcast I abuse the mother, I abuse the kids. What's the knock-on effect? Like you're saying, when you guys were fighting, what did the kids do?
Yeah,
exactly. It affects them, and if they're boys, chances are they'll start fighting too.
Yeah, they're gonna think it's okay.
They're gonna think it's okay, and they fight with one kid. One kid takes that home or takes it somewhere else. It's a knock-on effect. So our society isn't the way it is because the politicians are doing it, the criminals are doing it. No, all these people come from the same community. We're all people. Politicians come from us. Criminals come from us.
So when you say we all people, so manhood can be like inherited by women as well. So
of course, it's humanity.
It's just that we sit here we indoda because obviously, indlela yokukhuluma, but a woman can have the manhood.
It's traits, Angit. You can have those traits. Angit, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, sometimes confusion it's the idea that you can't do this because you're a woman. You can't do this because you're a man. That's bullshit. Angit, you can do anything that you want. You should be able to. What we want is equal access to yonke into. Angit, you must decide what you want to do. But in that decision, you can't deny it. As a guy, there's going to be physiological things that happen. Also as a woman, there's hormones, there's growth, there's thinking. There's all these physical things that happen. On top of that, like you're saying, there's programming from your parents. There's programming from society. There's TV, there's social media. All of that in your head creates a person and in your heart. And it creates something. Young Frustan.
It bad.
Yabo? So what we want for our kids is to reprogram them differently so that they tune in into who they are. So if your child is sensitive, she's a thinker, she's a what, then she tunes into that. That's who she is. But she's still a woman.
Yeah.
That is undeniable. Young Frustan.
Yeah, we're gonna keep women to let's say genitals and
we can say she's female.
Sex.
Let's say she's female. If you keep it to sex,
keep it as female, and then everything else you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody in this world can do anything that they want to do, and they should be able to do that. Akir, my raising, my conditioning, my understanding of the world has led me to this. Young Frustan, I am in union with who I am. I am in union with my wife. We have created a life for ourselves.
Yes.
I'm accountable mostly to myself, but only to her. Young Frustan, like you were saying also, that's not my thing. That's my primary value in life is family. Everything I do is to ensure that my family succeeds.
Okay, your question is too. Question I think you can afford me.
Okay.
There's timer.
Yeah.
Timer. Timer like ubaba.
Sure.
You understand? Awutshele uyitimer enganeni or uyitimer endlini or uyitimer because of the age stage okuso.
First of all, the podcast, I think that's what you're referring to. It's a timer's playbook.
Yeah.
That's why. It's because the phrase timer can be used across different cultures. So multi-timer, it's someone who's got children. But it could also mean age. But the assumption is, by you having children, that's my interpretation.
Ubaba wengane.
Time. But already, it should fast track you into a state of mind, yobu timer. You're not a child anymore. Because you're looking up. You can't be a child and look after children.
Can't be childish.
You can be childish, playful.
Shouldn't be.
But what I'm saying is this. In 2008, when we met, I was a child. You had just come into a new job. I had just come into the music business. Drinking, smoking, going out, doing whatever I wanted for myself. When I became a father, it was no longer about me. I'm literally responsible for a life. If I don't look after that life will die. That's the price. Angit, ingosi yakho, you don't look after the small one especially, they will die. You know when they must eat, when they must be changed. You must take them to the doctor. You must do everything. If that doesn't galvanize you to fix your life in every way possible, financially, emotionally, I don't know what is. Because lengosi lezi sibheke wena.
Responsibility yakho.
You understand?
Yeah.
So for me, time angithi inama connotations why ukuthi you're a bit older, sometimes maybe umakhenja futhi and whatever. Yes, that's what you are now. Mina nawe sikhuluma manje, I'm almost 40, you're 40. Yeah, we time, hot man. That's it.
The time.
Who yabona, because ingosi zamanje, like we're teaching especially boys to run away from responsibility like it's a bad thing. You know, like you're saying, we're talking about children here. Like, who's supposed to look after the children? Like, whose job is it?
Yeah, well, primarily, mina nketama timer, they are more responsible for that. Not to go to in actuality. You understand? I just feel like I'm a timer. Ingane mayino baba ne. Kuba lula ukuba no mama. Angazome anthola yini. Ubaba.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's easy to keep her. I wonder there's a lot of things that I wish I could tell my ex-wife that are right. And she accepts them. But because we're no longer together,
Yeah.
she wants to argue it.
Yes.
But it's good for everybody.
That's the nature of it.
Yeah, but to go by a time, I just feel like if I'm a timer abaya akhona, abo mama bazowenza kalula umsebenzi wabo.
Of course.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
if I'm a timer akhona, abo mama bazowenza kalula umsebenzi wabo. But if abo mama abeko, ne, like I usually get lento with Happy Mother's Day, Chilli. I'm not the mother.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I can't do that she does.
Of course.
Yeah, I understand. But as a timer, I feel like I'm a cheetah buyer. Don't find like embrace it by a time.
Yeah.
It's just that we don't know how to be a timer. We're always looking at how the other guys did it. And for me, go by time, I feel like so by the time I didn't go bang shit. Funingani ami yazu chill, yazu spelel, rather than, you know, the God figure that's
The fantasy.
nah.
Yeah. Now, I mean, no Froyam, we spoke a lot about this, that you need, me especially, because I need to, when you have boys idolize you. I see it with them. But for young kids, by phone, whether it's a bag or a pussy, young kids, they just want to be like their father. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to break that very soon, that I'm not a superhero. I'm a human being.
And you're still a superhero forever.
Yeah, of course, I'm a superhero forever. But
yes, you are a hero.
No. What I'm saying is
you,
this.
mate.
No, I know I'm a superhero.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in the sense that your kids, like you're saying, have this image of you. And if they don't get to know the real you.
Oh, yeah.
For example, in Toishoyo, now with my children, if I do something wrong, and by wrong, it's something, let's say, him, and they say, but Dad, you said. I don't turn around and try to lie or cover it. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Okay? Soon as, then our parents never apologized to us, even when they were wrong. Okay? They create this thing like they're above humanity. And then you realize with your fuck's sakes, you were wrong so many times.
Yeah.
So you talk to them. Okay? You go with them. So they start to see, okay, umundu na when a mistake. Oh boy, I made a mistake. Oh, what happened there? No, I wasn't focused. Because I'm keep telling them, focus, pay attention.
Yeah.
Now let's say I'm driving and I do something stupid. Nah, I wasn't focused, my boy.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking. Let me look at the road. When I'm on my phone, wow, but Dad, you said when we're eating, no phones.
Oh, okay.
I get it? Because I said that. Put the phone down, harder, my boy. Or I'll be like, no, listen, I have some work to do. I need to finish this thing. Yeah, bro. So you explain, so the kids, must not live in a world where I'm not an explanation for time for Riona. It's fantasy. It's a real world. In the real world, sometimes I have to do a meeting. I have to be late. I have to take the phone call. But I explain. So I tell my kid all the time, if I understand, ask. Don't moan, don't cry. Say, Dad, I didn't get what happened there. Please explain.
Yeah.
Then we explain.
Are you also like when they sound like your accountability partners and they call you out.
Yeah, that's a good phrase.
Are you also like learning how to speak to them freely?
Yes.
Because as the time of notes,
Hey, that's the job.
yeah, well,
That's the job.
Yeah, well, so now maybe does it change your tone in the future now? Because
It's teaching me patience.
khuluma nengane kunzima.
Kunzima Joe. Mara yabona into ishoyo. Ngikutshela kangaki, that's the job. Like you were saying, labantu abayi-2, the father and the mother are necessary. So mina, I'm talking from a father's perspective because I'm a father. If my wife wants to talk from the woman perspective, she must do a podcast. That thing, shouting, hey, aggression, do this, do that, is necessary. And you mentioned it from the beginning. It's part of life. When you leave the house, you are not the boss of the house. Someone is going to shout at you. Someone is going to be a dick to you. If you work, you must deliver. There's deadlines. And if you don't, the world will not reward you. They must learn that from me.
Yeah, that's true.
So I can't be a fake father. I'm always happy, always apologizing. Sometimes I got to be a dick and be like, no, you're not getting that. I'm not giving it to you. It doesn't matter how you cry. That's the job. Sometimes you have
Tough
to be
love
kind.
sometimes.
Discipline without love is nothing. Sometimes I have to be I have to be kind. I have to cuddle them. I sleep with my kids. I kiss my kids. Everything. I in a blueprint that in chief. I am just doing it as I go.
Yeah, man, you gotta stop kissing your son.
I'll never stop kissing my son. Chief.
Man, you can't be kissing the.
I will never stop kissing my son. I love my son.
Just give me those huggy pound things.
Angiyenzi lento
that
leyo
happen.
mina. Yo, chief, I can't. I'm obsessed with my kids.
He's gonna meet other boys that get kissed by their fathers and think it's okay to kiss them.
What's going to happen is this. Like you're saying, the programming from my kids,
Yeah.
they're going to be very, very confident in who they are.
Yeah.
Whatever we do in this house, I tell them all the time. When I start swearing, when I talk to my kids, they'll understand this. Forget what the next person is doing. Every time he says, oh, but you post got this. No. What did I say about other people? It's not about other people. It's about us. And you. That's it. You drop something, it's you. You have a toy, the other one doesn't, it's you. Focus on you. So when he gets to that phrase, what family is doing, senzani, it's got nothing to do with you. In our family, we do it like this.
Yeah. One of my fears, right, is because now I'm still growing and learning and there's like more wisdom to come. The stuff that I really believe in right now and teaching like religiously, when I grow to unlearn it and learn the better way of doing it, but I've already instilled it in my child and I don't believe that anymore in the future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I can't like tell them to unlearn it because I've changed, you know, like that's one of the fears. But I mean, obviously.
What if you change your mind about something?
If I change my mind about something
that's okay.
in the future. Yeah, what I'm saying is this, like certain beliefs that I have, like strong beliefs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sometimes, you know, I look at my brothers, like we fight over a principle that I thought we all understood.
Yeah.
And they've changed. And I'm like, how?
Because you don't share, you'll never share a value system like that.
Sekashintshile baba, sekafunda iBhayibheli, sekangitshela ukuthi lithi. I'm like, ndota.
But you're one in show. It's your what you value. It's your value system. So even with the wife, that value system has to be discussed and shared. Because we share different values.
Yeah, but we united in the value system.
But you have to come to that conclusion.
Yeah, let's say we've come to the conclusion,
Yes.
and then Stapura changes.
No, then we discuss. Like for example, in news, I didn't want kids for a long time. I didn't want kids. When you met me, I didn't want kids at all, Chief. At all. I didn't even want to get married.
Oh, you planned the kids?
Well, I planned them. So there came a time when, like you were saying in your answer, you're saying that you didn't plan for it, it was a blessing. There just comes a time. I just wanted kids. And then we spoke about it. I said, I want kids. You want kids? Yes, I want kids. We spoke about marriage. We decided when to do it, why we're doing it. Abo, everything, that's me. Everything must be spoken about. Can't just be just because. Especially with children. You can't bring children into this world where na read. You're gonna cause problems.
Yeah, I can see.
And you don't have to be perfect. It just means uguti psychologically read. When I had kids, ne, I was in my early 30s. Besen grand in entertainment, Chief. When grand, young Frustan. I didn't have longing to be out, to do this. Nah, ben grand. I did what I wanted for that period. Now, when I'm with my kids, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I'm happy in this period. There's gonna come a time I'm like, okay, now my complete focus is on my business, for example. Yabo? And it's getting to that stage now because now they can manage themselves a little bit. Yabo?
Yeah.
They can dress themselves. Yabo? We're going to get to a place where they can make their own food. Yabo? And then slowly then I can just get back to focusing on the things that are important to me, have got nothing to do with them because that's also important. Not everything can be about the kids. You'll kill them.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, angazi mina Stapura. Iqiniso sekutheni.
Yeah.
As soon as these people can like ukuzigeza sebekwazi ukuhlala bodwa bahleka ama jokes wabo. I mean, it's not my time avele siyathanda ukuthi sibe khona. Abo like Tina, I think we're more under pressure to not be toxic because we're oppressed to not be toxic. We feel like we have to be hands-on, like unlike abo baba bethu because the generation between
Different
abo
generation.
mkhulu nabo baba bamoshile. So basishintshile Tina, especially lezi ama 80s is under pressure.
Yeah.
Yabo. Responsibility ikhona singayikhohlwa. Yeah, kodwa I would like to advise anybody like baba ukuthi ubaba to ingane yakho, ubaba mhlambe emphakathini.
Yes.
In this context ubaba to ingane yakho, kodwa ngiyafisa ukumbona lo muntu like still being yourself. You understand? Ube umjita.
That's important.
Ube umjita. Because for the very longest time, the kids, before they find themselves, I think always told been at 39, abanye, they're always gonna be looking at you.
Yeah.
And that's the prime time of building anything. Like Moingane, from let's say 18 to 40, that's your peak time. That's your prime time as umuntu nje. After that, I just feel like you're reaping the benefits, and loma benefits lao could be you starting to get to the money because of all that you built.
Yeah.
Or you in retirement because you made the money in your prime time yako.
Sure.
And that's the only time ukwazi ukubheka abantu boba idolize before you become an idol yourself.
Yeah.
So finally bakubone we out, because by the time they're my timer, they're gonna have to start a new chapter, and nabo kufanele bazi ukuthi fanele ngibe out phambi kwengane yami so that izokwazi ukuthi kahle kahle ingane yami ubani lo mjida lo.
Exactly.
But anyway,
Yeah,
man.
so I'll tell you, we pair trading. And the first principle, we pair, you have it on the money. The first principle is just to be there. Just be there. Nowhere else but just be there.
Yeah.
The rest will fall into place.
Yeah.
Yabo?
You there?
You're there. That's you're only sure you're there. You figure it out. As you go, you figure it out. And when they get to a certain phase, it's a ganja. Okay. But you're seeing it. You're there. And
Yeah.
That's
Baboni
all.
evolution yami ngibone yabo.
Now, exactly. That's all you have to do. But they'll get to a stage where it all comes together in their heads. With dad was doing this because now what? I'm doing it too. Again, the phases of life are very similar for each generation. It's just that there's different environmental elements per generation. But we were also teenagers. We were also young. We were also stupid. We had our first jobs. We had our first loves. First heartbreak, our first death. We've all been through these things. This is why we are parents. We're going to guide them through it. Not for them, not to go to they won't experience the things. They have to. Yabo? But when you have a guide and someone to offer insight, help, assistance, chief, you can navigate life so much better. Yabo?
Yeah, it's true.
And I won't even go into the past, but if your father was there, right, you know yourself looking at how you are a present father, how your kids are thriving. You know full well if your father was there, regardless of his financial situation or whatever, if he was just present, as in you could pick up a phone at any time, nice situation. Advice. But just knowing that someone is there for you, who is male, looks like you, sounds like you, gives a fuck about you, helps you too. Because I didn't have a father. I was navigating all those things by myself. So sometimes it's like, fuck it.
Yeah, that's true. Like
when all you needed to do, like you're saying, is to push through.
Yeah,
sometimes you don't want to do it, but all you needed to do was your father to say, Ndona yam, so it's just finish it. And then see what you become by just finishing it.
Yeah, about Tamalam, alikhona endlini. Until ngevarsity. Even though we are terrorized, but the moments where you are able to talk to him like kahle, kuzwana. Those were great moments.
Yeah,
I understand. Ngoma ngithi ngabe izitime mama ukuthi sesiyokhuluma kuloya muzi. You know, you feel good. You understand that, like, I felt stronger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The fact that bengwazi ukumbamba efonini.
Yeah. Yabo.
The fact that ukuthi bese ngimdala endlini bengazi ukuthi khona time. Yabo. But sengiyayizwa lento futhi oyishoyo like uyayicizelela kahle kahle. Asazi isizulu.
Ngiyasifrustana.
Yeah. Ukuthi the fact that you are there. There will be a lesson to be learned. Kuwena nje uymovela the way. I mean, kuyenzeka ukuthi ikakhulukazi umuntu afunde ngokuthi things not to do.
Yes,
it's still a lesson.
That's still a lesson. Yeah. And that's probably one of the biggest ones.
Ukhona.
Yeah.
Because you are there.
Yeah.
And every time you learn like ukuthi lokhu ngeke ngikwenza, you already know what you should be doing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Awutham, Bongamina, thank you so much. I appreciate this. I might have to cut this into 2 episodes. Ne?
Really?
Yeah, it's 1 hour 22.
Okay, take care, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, awesome, man. Thank you so much. That was such an interesting convo. Nosphelele ubabzuma, aka Chillimane. That's the right one, eh?
I nearly got it right.
Awesome, man. Please don't forget to stream and rate. Find this podcast on your streaming platform. Rate it, comment. It helps us with content discovery. Until the next episode.